Sorry, y'all. I was trying to write off the screen. Hey, happy Friday. I have not been on live in a few days, girl. What it do, what it do. But hey, y'all, just wanted to get on here. One, I'm hyped up. I'm excited because I just had one of my old mentees. Well, not one of my old mentees. Look, Isabella, you disappeared on me and then you came back. But I'm feeling a little hyped because one of my girls just hit 10K months and I'm so excited. And y'all, this is why I love digital marketing. This is why I love talking about it. And y'all, let me just say this, okay? Because again, I know I ain't been on here in a few days. I'll be busy. I'll be busy. But if you do not know, my name is Sierra Janae. I'm a wife and mom of two. And I get on here pretty much every day to talk about digital marketing, affiliate marketing, because it's something that everybody can do. It does not matter your background. It does not matter where you're from. It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter if you want to show your face, if you don't show your face. Y'all, if you have a phone and Wi-Fi, you should be utilizing, okay? I'm not the type of creator that's gonna tell you quit your job, because I still work my 9 to 5, but I also have created multiple streams of income, all because I started and scared, all because what, maybe this shit actually ain't too good to be true, because I thought it was too good to be true, y'all. I thought it was a scam. I used to see so many people and I got frustrated. I ain't a hater, but I damn near was, because I was like, man, these people are not better than me. Like, they don't have nothing that I don't have. So, you know what I mean? What I got to do? So I learned affiliate marketing. I studied. I still, look, as things change and evolve, I still study and I still try to work on my craft and get better and be a student. And one thing that I'm always trying to constantly tell people is never be afraid to invest in yourself. Never be afraid to invest in yourself, because y'all, a lot of y'all are one idea away, one investment away from changing your life. Okay. And, not to get on here and brag or whatever like that, I'm getting ready to go. Every weekend, I pretty much spend my weekends in Chicago now, all because I said yes, all because I invested in me, y'all. Like, my life completely changed, and I'm telling you, your life can too, So I wanted to get on here, since we talking about you, Izzy. If you come back and watch this live, let me know, girl. Comment, leave a comment. But I want to show y'all. So I basically went from living paycheck to paycheck to literally making consistent 10K months. I got started with a done for you digital program. It's called Digital Wealth Academy. Literally taught me everything that I know. I always give credit to that community. So many amazing opportunities and things have happened from that. I started getting brand deals. I started hitting consistent 10K months, and I've been able to do so many other things and even branch off and launch my own community. So while I'm on here, I'm gonna quickly kind of show y'all, because I know I got some new subscribers too, y'all. So hey, welcome to the channel, girl or sir. You know what I mean? Again, it does not matter your background. It does not matter your experience. Okay. But let me just say something real quick and real fast, y'all. If you do not want to learn, if you do not want to laugh, if you do not want to have a good time, if you don't want to talk about Jesus, I'm letting you know right now, my page may not be for you, because we real positive over here. We real supportive over here. We love us some Jesus over here. Okay. And also, I'm just really big on learning, you know what I'm saying? And again, you should never be afraid to invest in yourself, y'all. I have made well over $300,000, and I'm not afraid to reinvest in myself. I just recently invested in a $10,000 mentorship. Okay. If you would have told me I would be doing this 3, 4, 5 years ago, baby, I'll be like, girl, no the hell I'm not. Because if you know me, then you know I'm very frugal. Hey, Callie, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Friday. But that's the thing, y'all. You got to spend money to make money. And it is what it is. And, for anybody to be quick to be like, oh, this is a scam, it's too good to be true or whatever, let me know, how is it working out for you just working a job? Are you living your best life? Are you able to travel whenever you want? Are you able to have slow mornings and literally, move on your own time? Or are you constantly stressed? Are you constantly tired? Are you constantly always worried and got an attitude because you got to go to a funky ass job that you hate? You know what I'm saying? That's what we not doing, okay? So again, if you do not like positivity, if you do not like talking about Jesus, if you do not like talking about getting money and making money, y'all, people have this taboo on making money and acting like we shouldn't, be transparent about it. But the fuck we should. What do you mean? Girl, I want to put me on. There's something that let me know, okay? But y'all, I'm serious. Like, I'm telling you, every day I'm really big. If you know me, you know that I'm constantly always telling people, being in a sense of gratitude, really just like writing down your goals and stuff like that. I used to think that shit was so corny. Hey, welcome in, y'all. How you been? I used to think that shit was so goddamn corny, y'all. And I'm like, why do people be doing that? But when you writing down the stuff, your goals, when you writing down just where you at in life right now, if you gotta be Delulu and write down where you plan to be, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, I have it on I could show y'all my vision board on how I wanted to get my 100K stand store plaque, got that. I wanted to buy a luxury apartment in Chicago, got that. I wanted to buy my dream car, got that. All of this because I said yes and I stopped being scary. Y'all, a lot of y'all be being scary and you need to get out of that because at the end of the day, first of all, y'all, we get one life to live. Tomorrow's not promised for none of us. So bitch, don't you want to live your best life? Don't you want to be able to do the things that said that you wanted to do and not feel bad about it, not feel guilty about it, y'all? I promise you, me and my husband used to sit up in the bed and be talking, our little late night pillow talk. And I'd be like, man, like, I don't want too much. I just want a little bit. I just want to be able to I've always wanted to live in a big city. And I just didn't know how I was gonna get there. Baby had fell in love with Chicago and I was like, I want to get a luxury apartment. Keep in mind, y'all, my credit has always been fucked up. Baby, I had a light bill in my name when I was 1993. I was only 2 years old because my mama, you know what I'm saying? And everything that I had, the things that I did achieve in life or the things that I did have, being in my home and everything like that, all that was because of my husband. It had got to a point where it was like, yeah, I'm grateful that, he able to do shit, but it still ain't enough. I mean, it's still we had enough, but it was never too much. We had just enough. And I don't know about y'all, but a lot of us just are so comfortable with just enough. People want us to normalize just having enough. Not you can't go to Walmart, go to Target. Well, we ain't supposed to be going to Target, but go wherever you want, right? And spin a bag and not feel guilty about it. For so many of us, we have normalized that that's not normal. If you want to go have a guilt-free shopping spree, that's not normal. Or you got to wait till tax time. No. If you invest in yourself and you use the skills that you have, because a lot of y'all got skills, but y'all just haven't been given structure. Y'all just haven't been given a system to know how to put the motherfuckers in place so you can treat your phone like an ATM. And once you learn how to command money on demand, because that's really what this is, right? You stop feeling bad. I used to think all the time, well, selling is such a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it's cringy as fuck. I don't want to do, but no, if I'm helping somebody and blessing another person and helping them get out of their situation, how is that a bad thing? It's up to you. If you comfortable with being where you're at and you want to stay there, then I'm not talking to you. But for people that are serious and really want to change their situation, really want to change their life, I'm here to tell you because I'm a living testimony, baby. I went from living paycheck to paycheck, y'all. Literally spending my last $3 on Thursday because we get paid on Friday, right? And trying to fill up my gas tank. I never got to do anything that I wanted. I always had to tell my kids, not this time. Maybe I can do it this next time. Try to apply for a motherfucking Klarna or a firm, couldn't get fucking approved. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of that shit. And then once I said, you know what? I want different. I'm gonna have different, and not saying, oh, not even that I want. I'm going to have. So what the fuck I gotta do? You know what I mean? Everything changed, and it really starts with you saying it out your mouth. You in your mental. Hey, I'm tired of this shit, bro. I don't want to live like this no more. I want more. I want to be able to do shit whenever I want to do it. I don't give a fuck if it offends somebody. I don't care if you think that you think I'm better than you. Whatever, baby, that's your life. But all I know is what I want to do. I want to live my best life. So what I got to do? And y'all, I'm telling y'all, ever since I found digital marketing, again, I'm hyped up right now because I'm about to go to Chicago after this. I said, let me hurry up and get on live because I'm trying to enjoy my weekend. But seriously, I changed my life and to not only that, now I'm at a point in my life. Don't get me wrong, I still love making money, but I love helping others. I've always been this person since I was a kid. When I didn't have shit, you know what I'm saying? I always have been a giving person. And that's one thing that, I will say, and I want to put that disclaimer out here. If you are someone who's not for necessarily helping people, serving people, then digital marketing, affiliate marketing may not be for you. If you are someone that doesn't want to put in the work so you can actually get the results, then I'm telling you, this shit may not be for you, okay? If you are someone that's looking for overnight results and not do shit, literally think that if you get a product, because y'all, I'm telling you, out of all the people that I've helped literally over 600 people at this point that start their digital marketing journey, and I've seen it all. I've seen people who really think just they don't have to do nothing and they're just going to get results. I've seen people actually grind and put in the work and get a sale in 1 day, 2 days faster than me. It took me 5 days to get my first sale. But in my first month of digital marketing, y'all, I made over $15,000. That was the most money I had ever seen. And for a lot of us, sometimes, unfortunately, it does take us to actually physically see it. But I'm here to tell you, it shouldn't take all that. If you actually double down, learn skills, right? Learn from a system that's already done for you, that's a business in the box, ready to go, where you don't have to do all that heavy lifting. And I'm saying from experience, having my own community, right? Something that already has testimony, something that already has proof that it works for hundreds and thousands of other people, that gives you the head start. But yes, you have to go in there and you know what I'm saying, and study the information. Yes, you have to go in there and show up and be consistent. But when you do it, baby, the results, the reward, honey, it's worth it. So I don't know if I got anybody in the room right now who has been looking for, really just a turnaround season. You know what I'm saying? Really ready to finally change your finances and, you know what I'm saying, and live the life that you want to live. Now, granted, am I saying you're going to get rich overnight? No, I'm not saying that. But again, it took me 5 days to get my first sale. On average, I see anywhere get their first sale within 30 days. And you should be realistic with yourself. Baby, if you go sign up for another job right now, you're not going to get paid in one day. So we have to be realistic, y'all. Y'all got to stop thinking everything is a scam. People be so quick to be like, oh, I'm going to go back to school or whatever like that. Baby, you going back to school to get a degree, to maybe land a job, to maybe work a job that even if you do get a good ass salary, you might be making 6 figures, but them motherfuckers is making 7 figures off of you. You know what I mean? So again, y'all, we got to start thinking, clearly we got to start thinking for ourselves and putting ourselves first, right? Because the wealthy people, they don't be trying to give us game. That's why they don't teach this shit in school. That's why they don't talk about entrepreneurship and having your own. When you work a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But at the end of the day, you are giving that company, your boss, your supervisor, whatever, the ability to tell you when you can eat, the ability to tell you, you know what I'm saying, how much money you can have. But when you have your own, if you created something of your own, baby, you control that. I can get on live right now and I know I'm gonna make $2,000-$3,000. You know what I'm saying? All because I've taken the time to learn a skill. It's not me bragging, it's not me boasting or anything like that, but I put in the work. And so I'm going to reap the benefits from that. But a lot of people, again, don't want to put in the work. They want to sit back and woe is me. This could never happen for me. This shit is a scam. It's too good to be true. But have you did your research? Have you did your research? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you got access to Wi-Fi and a phone. And on top of that, there are things that people come and ask you for every single day to help with. I don't care if it's relationship advice. Maybe it's budgeting advice. Maybe it's, easy meals that you can make for $100 or something like that, right? Whatever information that you have, baby, you can put it in the form of a digital product and sell that shit over and over and over and over. And this is why I love digital marketing, y'all, because the 2 products that y'all have ever only heard me talk about is the one that I got started with and my very own. You know what I mean? I don't sell a whole bunch of different products because these 2 products is all I need. And it's allowed me to make over $300,000 as a beginner. It's allowed me to buy my dream car cash. It's allowed me to close on my luxury apartment in Chicago that I spend every weekend now. You know what I'm saying? We spend suburbs on the weekdays and we spend, you know what I'm saying, the weekends in the city. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I would be able to live this life. But now I am, all because I said yes, y'all. I thought I was going to be on a job that I was at that I fucking hated forever because, yeah, it was just enough. And a lot of y'all are so fucking comfortable. Y'all so fucking comfortable. Oh, well, I got just enough. I can't do the shit that I want to do, that I really want to do. I can't go live the life that I want to, and I know people, if I got any people out here that be like, oh, you should live a debt-free life and you should be paying cash. Bitch, if that's what you want to do, live your motherfucking life. I would have lived my life, but having more than enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't live above my means because I have more than enough because I've created an asset, multiple assets for myself that make me money when I'm working, when I'm not working, when I'm asleep, when I'm on vacation, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm a regular person, a regular girl who still works her 9 to 5 and not ashamed to say it. You know why? Because motherfucking health insurance is expensive as fuck. I get a 401k, you know what I'm saying? I get a pension from my job and I'm trying to hold on to this motherfucker as long as I can. But at the same time, I don't have to go as hard. And that's what I love about this. I remember so many times where my husband, he was working 2 full-time jobs, y'all. And he would have to always sign up for fucking overtime, giving up his weekends, giving up our date nights and stuff like that just to get by. So many of y'all are just working just to pay fucking bills and that's it. Is that what you want your life to be? 5 years from now, 6 years from now? Look at what you're showing your kids. And we got to break that cycle. You got to be the person that's going to break that generational curse of, yeah, I'm going to stay on this job for 40 years and then I'm going to retire with not much and then be a fucking Walmart greeter or a movie theater greeter just to get by. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, we have the opportunity to change our situation, okay? But you can't be scary, okay? So I'm telling you right now, if you're scary, bitch, this ain't the channel for you, okay? So do y'all want to see, do I got anybody in the room right now that wants to, see the program that I got started with? I'll be happy to show you what's inside. And the fact that you can get started on a payment plan, y'all, that's the really crazy part, okay? So it's a one-time investment of $497, but you can start on a payment plan. In some cases, as low as $50, okay? A lot of y'all about to go spend $50 on some bullshit. You about to go front and act like you got it like that and be at the club this weekend trying to get you a little section, but really you stress the fuck out and you living paycheck to paycheck. Why not take that same money, invest it into something that can teach you skills, right? So you have multiple opportunities to make income, okay, y'all? The one investment that I started with, right? because inside of the program that I got started with, they have multiple streams of income that you can learn from. But this is the thing, because I'm not like every other person out here that's going to tell you, like, that's the selling aspect of it. Cool. If you want to learn other streams of income, do that. But what I'm going to always tell you, and this is what I tell all my people that I coach, and this is what sets a lot of them apart from people that don't see success, you have to master sales psychology, messaging, positioning, marketing, and branding, okay? Because when you do that, that is the foundational skills of any other thing that you try to do. If you try to do Amazon reviews, if you try to do UGC, if you try to do network marketing, if you try to do Pinterest, if you try to do podcasts, if you try to do YouTube, whatever, right? You need to know those skills. You need to know how people think, how people buy, because this is how you're going to make money, okay? So again, yes, it has multiple streams of income in there, and that's cool, but I don't want you to get distracted. And that's why when you get started with me, when I'm on live, now look, oh y'all, there's only when I'm on live, because I don't really do heavy in-depth mentorship, because like I mentioned, I do have my own community now, and I'm very involved in that. But you know, when you get started with me on live, you get my phone number, I give you a 30-day content plan, and I set your website up for you, okay? Because that'd be the biggest things that I see so many people be stressed the fuck out about. Like, oh my God, how do I do this? What should I make my colors be? Bitch, you wasting time. Let's get to the point, okay? Let's start learning these skills, right? Start following structure, start following a system so you can start making income, okay? Just straight up, okay? But if I'm be honest with you, you know, a lot of people always say, well, do I have to show my face? What do I got to do? Well, let's just get all this out the way now. No, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but I will tell you, don't be out here using the stock content, okay, y'all? There's so many different ways that you can be creative and not show your face. I get it. Sometimes you don't want people in your business. Sometimes you don't want your job in your business. I understand, right? I got started when I first started, y'all. I was a whole white woman online for like a little over 90, I think 97 days in total, I was faceless, okay? Then I end up becoming face forward. I found it a lot easier for me, okay? Faceless, you do have to work a little bit harder just because obviously people don't see you, but you showing up consistently, you getting on live, right? I can have my camera turned around right now at my screen talking and explaining to you. At the end of the day, y'all don't give a damn about me. I understand that. Y'all want to know how you can change your life. You want to know how you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. So as long as you are delivering the message is 10 times important, you know, more than people actually seeing you. But people need to be able to trust you, right? So them hearing your voice every single day and your content, when you getting on live, whatever, right? That's a way that you can build trust with your audience. If you saying, hey, I get on live every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all make sure y'all be there and you on there, that's going to make people feel a little bit more warmed up to you and feel like, oh, damn, okay, this is really that person, right? Even if you're not showing your face. So if you are someone who's like, man, I really been wanting to do it, but like I said, I've been kind of scary. I don't want to show my face. Don't fucking matter. You don't have to show your face. I tell my students all the time, get creative when it comes to being a faceless creator, okay? There's so many different ways to do it. Like literally you can, they have these little glasses. If I had them, I don't have them around me right now. What did I do with them? But they got these little, you know, the little fake ass meta glasses that you can get off of TikTok Shop. Girl, they $50. $50. Put them bad boys on, record content all day long, okay? Get POV moments or whatever. You put some educational text on the screen, something motivating, inspiring, right? And educating your audience, y'all. Some people just want to grow on social media, right? Some people want to land, you know what I'm saying? Hey, is it, y'all know I be tearing up your name, Key? I need to just jump on. Yeah, you do. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Like, you can literally film y'all, you typing your hands. You can film. I always just say, if you're going to be faceless, make your own content because that's what's going to make you stand out, okay? But at the end of the day, the core of what you need to be doing is staying inside of these modules and learning the information. Inside of the program that I got started with, okay? The program is taught by 7, 8-figure earners. See, this is the thing. Proximity is everything, y'all. Proximity is everything. When you are around a whole bunch of broke motherfuckers, 9 times out of 10, your ass is probably broke too. But when you start putting yourself in rooms with wealthy-minded people that really got shit going on, that's trying to take themselves to the next level, it does something to you. It truly does something to you because it forces you to be like, damn, if these motherfuckers can do it, shit, I can do it too. And that's what you need to be. And that's why exposure and proximity is everything. You know what I'm saying? So you need to start there. And that's one thing that I love about DWA. The creator herself, you know what I'm saying? Sis, you know, I mean, she was tired and wanted to give people the opportunity to have access to learn these skills because I have, y'all, first of all, I have mentored and coached so many people that were like going to school for digital marketing and they paid more than the goddamn course cost and all they got was a certificate and didn't even know half of the information that was inside of DWA. And I'm like, you paid $3,000 for this, $3,500. School is robbing you. So again, stop thinking because it's normalized that, oh, if you go back to school, that's going to be the way that you're going to make all this money. How is that working out for you? I have a whole degree in aviation engineering and I ain't never used that shit ever. Never. You know what I'm saying? And I made 10 times the amount of money that the salary that I was going to make if I would have started doing it. So again, like it starts with you, y'all. Like it starts with you thinking outside the box, changing your mindset. Okay. So do I have anybody in the room right now? Do y'all want me to show y'all inside of DWA just so you can kind of see what's inside? Like I mentioned, there are multiple side hustles. Okay. There are multiple side hustles in there. But again, everybody ain't gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. You need to study, understanding. Like, first of all, deciding what platform do you want to be on. Is it gonna be Instagram? Is it gonna be YouTube? A lot of people run and be like, oh my God, I need to be on all these different platforms. Baby, you need to master one thing and one thing only, okay? Stop thinking that you gotta do 1,001 things. I'm telling you, less is more. And if you actually master the skill, y'all gonna keep hearing me say that, okay? I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. If you actually take the time to master a skill, master branding, marketing, sales psychology, understand how people buy, because there are a lot of different buyers. All right. People buy different ways. People don't give a damn about, like, again, that's why I said, if y'all want to see the modules, I'll show y'all. But at the end of the day, I know y'all don't care. You want to know how you can transform your life. And I'm telling you, you transform your life by investing in a program, right? Where you actually learn skills. Those skills are going to set you up to create multiple opportunities for yourself. I had one student inside of my community who, inside of MPM, for example, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I encourage all of the moms inside of my community. I'm like, yes, sis, if you want to resell MPM, you have that option. You can make 100% profit. But I want you to take these skills and be able to create your own community, create your own ebook, create your own course, right? That you can sell, because that's the point of what digital marketing is, y'all. So many people think it's just all about reselling the course. Yeah, that shit's cool in the beginning and you can make a lot of money from it. And that's absolutely fine. But the point is, if you learn these skills, you can take your real lived experiences, right? Shit that you've overcame, right? I don't care if it's you a mama and you done lost weight in 90 days. I don't care if you're a dad, you know what I'm saying? And you know how to help people get their CDLs or whatever, right? Whatever it is that people come and ask you for advice every single day. People come and be like, damn, can you help me with this? Or people are all relationships, y'all, health, wealth. These are the top niches that are going to always make money. You know why? Because people are constantly searching. People are constantly in need of a solution to that problem. And if that's something that you've overcame, baby, you can package that. You can take your knowledge that you have and train a GPT. All right. And sell that GPT for $100, $200. And you would be surprised how many sales that you would make. Again, the point is to lock in, learn skills so you can stop, you know what I'm saying, be stressing out about money. Because again, while you working your job and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, I got my little 2-week paycheck. That's my play money. You know what I'm saying? That's my little money that we just let go to the account. Okay. Honestly, I have my whole damn near 85% of my check goes to my 401k, because literally digital marketing is my full-time income. Okay. Again, working a 9 to 5, you can do that. Now, if you're on a job that you hate and you stressed out and you get tired of these motherfuckers, hey, start planning your exit. This could be you planning your exit. But for people that are cool, like, hey, my job, I work from home, because I know I speak to a lot of like work from home moms, stay at home moms and stuff like that. If you're working from home, sis, you got time. When you working, hell, there's content that you could be filming you working, okay? They don't know what the hell you doing or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, take advantage. You don't have to live an aesthetically pleasing lifestyle. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be thinking like, oh, I gotta just drive a G-Wagon. That's the only way people know. A lot of y'all that got white motherfucking kitchens and white refrigerators are a lot more relatable and will be more appealing to people, to people that want to buy from you. You know what I mean? So stop thinking that, or disqualifying yourself thinking that, you know what I mean, because you don't live a certain type of lifestyle or you don't give aesthetic, that people are not going to buy. I've seen people that have dirty ass houses, y'all. I'm talking about filthy mattresses on the floor. Okay. Hey, and they have an audience and people buy from them. Okay. So stop disqualifying yourself and stop thinking that you cannot change your situation. If you're not willing to put in the work, hell no, you can't change your situation. But think about what 6 months could look from now. Think about what your Christmas could look from now if you lock in, y'all. Like I said, my first 30 days in digital marketing, I made over $15,000. Most money I've ever seen in my life at one time. Okay. The highest month I've ever had in digital marketing is a little over 20K. But on average, I usually average anywhere between like 10. Lately, I ain't gonna lie, because I've been kind of falling off, y'all. I kind of disappeared, but this is just me being transparent with y'all. On average, I make usually anywhere from like 9 to about 12,000 a month. This last month, girl, I feel completely, I've only made about 5,000. Okay, but it's what you put in is what you get out, and that's what you have to understand about it. But I love what I get to do, because again, for me, it's not just about the money nowadays. Honestly, I do this for the results, to help people. Like I said, that's why I was hyped when I got on here, because my girl Izzy just hit 10K. Like, do y'all know how amazing that is? From selling some shit that she didn't even create. I'm just now getting out of a 7-year relationship and I'm ready to jump off on faith. Hey, you got to, y'all, because at the end of the day, like for real, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a cusser, but sometimes y'all be needing it. Y'all gotta stop being scary bitches because again, like who gonna fight you? What's the worst thing that can happen if you change your life? And the fact that, and again, I can say that shit because I used to be a scary bitch too, right? But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you can get started on a payment plan, y'all. You can get started on a payment plan, right? So you're not even, fully, I mean, you are fully committed, but you're not, you know what I mean? When you really think about it like that, but I guarantee you, every single person that jumps into DWA, that jumps into NPM, I'm telling you, there's no complaints. There's never been any complaints. Not that I've heard of, not that anybody's ever said to me. And you know why? Because every person that I get started with, one, because when you get started with me, I give you my phone number. I'm gonna stay on that ass. I stay on your head and I make sure that you're doing the work. Now look, I can lead you to the water, I can't make you drink. Now after about the third or fourth text and you don't answer me, then that's on you. But what's the point of investing in yourself and not go all the way? You know what I mean? Y'all, a lot of y'all are one idea away, one investment away from living the life that you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And I wish somebody would have told me that sooner. But I was just being scared because I just automatically used to disqualify myself and be like, well, that's a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she looks this way. Oh, I don't look like that. I'm a regular. Look, the way I talk, I got a deep voice. People ain't gonna like me or whatever. And it was just like, girl. And to now, fast forward to all of the women that I've helped, all of the people that I have helped in general. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, the money is, and this is what I tell my students all the time. Again, I know in the beginning you be hyped up about the money. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I love making money. But at the same time, I love being a blessing to so many people, y'all, to so many people texting me. To wake up to this text this morning and somebody saying like, girl, I just hit 10K. I wanted, like, thank you for everything that you did. Like, that means the fucking world to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, and all the time, because I'm a very, like, I'm coy. You know what I'm saying? Girl, no. Because, it's really already in you. And that's the thing. A lot of y'all have been through so many things and overcame the shit. Bitch, if you don't share that shit and put it in a digital product, now granted, we got to validate the shit that we do, right? We got to validate it, make sure it's something searchable that people need. But a lot of y'all are so gifted and so talented, but you be sitting over there like, oh, well, it's me, I can't. Or maybe once I perfect it and it's taking you fucking 5-6 years, bitch, what? Y'all better take advantage of this opportunity, okay? Before it leaves us. You know what I mean? Social media is free advertisement. You ain't got to run no ads. Y'all, I've made over $300,000 not running no motherfucking ads, bitch, posting content. And I am a big... Look, I always say I'm the philosopher of, baby, I use my everyday life. I don't put on no front. I don't fake the funk. I film my everyday moments, baby. My house be dirty. I show me sweeping, me doing dishes, because this is shit that I have to do anyway. So let me get a 2-for-1. That's what I call it. It's a 2-for-1, baby. I got to clean up the house anyway. Let me go ahead and film myself and break these videos down into content that's going to pull in my audience, that's going to attract my audience so they going to buy. And again, I don't feel bad saying buy or whatever like that. You know why? Because I'm helping motherfuckers, because I'm blessing people. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping people change their lives and their situation. They be grateful. So again, I ain't got nothing to feel bad. So again, stop thinking that selling is bad. If you actually do the work, if you actually take the time to learn the shit, what is there to feel bad about? Bitch, you need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the, y'all, again, I'm just playing. I be playing. I don't want y'all to be offended. But I don't give a damn if you are, though. Seriously, because y'all need to stop being scary. A lot of y'all be like, when God, I'm just praying, God, just send me the opportunity. Please just change my situation, And digital marketing, affiliate marketing keep popping up. But your ass still scared. You still like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I just can't. I don't know. What if it doesn't work? What if it do? You know what I'm saying? And that, I'm telling y'all, I'm talking to y'all because this is how I had to like rewire it in my brain for myself. What if it do? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it did. You know what I'm saying? Like my son now is doing digital marketing. Hell, my husband, y'all, he talking about doing digital marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like all because it's too much money out here to be made. It's too many lives that I know that I can change, that you can change. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's what makes selling not feel bad. Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all really quickly what's inside of DWA real quick. Because I know y'all been getting a lot of DMs and y'all be still asking me, do I still sell DWA? I do. Obviously, I just kind of moved on to selling my community, but I'm always a huge, like, again, y'all, DWA taught me everything that I know. And you know what I mean? And it allowed me to want to learn even more and continue to work on my craft, because I'm like, baby, there's more money to be made. And like I said, I ain't afraid to invest in myself. I'm not a scary bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I just paid $10,000 to take my 10K months to 30K months. Okay. So again, you can't be scared. Money don't make no money. Okay. If you want to do more and have more in life, it contains of you being, you got to be a risk taker, bitch. You can't, what do you mean? You can't, I mean, again, think about where you at right now in your life. Think about the things that you want to achieve, the goals that you want to achieve, and all of that. Okay, do you see that realistically happen doing the same shit that you're doing right now? Obviously you got to do something different, right? And I'm not talking about going to go sign up for DoorDash, going to go sign up for Spark or Instacart, none of that shit, because you're making $40 a day to be killing yourself and killing your car, essentially, right? I'm talking about really investing in high income skills, right? That are going to help you create multiple opportunities for yourself. Sorry, y'all, I lost my train of thought earlier when I was bringing this up. One of my students inside of my community, like I said, a lot of the moms inside of there, I always am like, yeah, you can resell NPM. I encourage you to right in the beginning, right? Because that's training wheels, right? This is how I got started. I got started with selling somebody's program, right? And then once I was like, damn, I made 6 figures selling somebody else's shit. Bitch, I need to create my own shit, right? Because the way I teach people, the way I talk to people, y'all, there are millions and trillions of people all over the world, right? So you have your audience, I have my audience, right? It don't matter, so stop thinking so small and thinking like, oh, nobody's gonna buy from me or nobody's gonna no. If you know what the fuck you're talking about and you got results and you're seeing it work and it worked for you and you're helping other people will buy from you. So stop thinking that way, because what's the first thing you do before you go buy some shit? You look at the reviews, you look at the testimonies, right? Same thing. No, but even with her, like, because once you take the time to learn high income skills, y'all, it sets you up to create opportunities for yourself. So I have my student, shout out to Sabrina, she just happened to be out in public one day and somebody was like, hey, I don't really know the story, I'm paraphrasing, y'all, but somebody basically was like, hey, I really need some help, setting up my YouTube channel, right? And so she was like, you know what, shit, I know how to set up your YouTube channel. And right on the spot, didn't have that link on her website, nothing, told the person, hey, I'm gonna charge you $397. And the person was like, all right, bet. So she had to hurry up, come up with a little link, post a link, and send them. But that's the point of it, y'all. It's not about just reselling a course. That's cool and all. And that's again, get your feet wet, right? Get your training wheels. You know what I'm saying? And start getting that. Because again, a lot of people, a lot of my students, and I tell them this all the time, it takes a lot of us sometimes, unfortunately, to see the money. It takes us to actually see somebody downloading our free product to know that it's actually real, right? But once you get over those beginner jitters and stuff like that, I'm telling you, it's like full force. Oh, baby, it's over. I tell people all the time, and I share this with y'all all the time. When I got my first $500 sale, I said, oh, bitch, it's over. And I wasn't even showing my face. Oh, bitch, it's over. When I made my first $6, like, it hypes you up. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, again, no shade or, because again, I love me some DWA, right? But when I created my program, I was like, how can I make this even better? But structure it just for moms. Give moms the full support so they can actually understand, so they won't be stuck, so they won't be overwhelmed, so they have clear direction of what to do next, right? Because moms, we experience ADHD, we get sidetracked. Y'all see I lose my train of thought 18,000 times, right? But let me quickly show y'all DWA real quick. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, just let me know. But this is DWA, y'all. This is the program that I got started with, okay? If you go back and watch a lot of my old lives from years ago, y'all, and this is what I'm saying about digital marketing, you do not see me talking about 18, 19 different products. You know why? Because this works. Okay, I want to make sure people have all they need, a one-stop shop, right? Everything that you need. I mean, again, if you want to sell ebooks and stuff like that, I'm not knocking that. You can do that. That's just not how I see my success. Okay, I like a bigger profit, if you know what I mean. Okay, and I don't like to work too hard, because if I sell 20 of these a month, baby, that's my 10K. Do you get what I'm saying? And so can you. Okay, 20 people, y'all. That's not a lot of people. On average, the average person gets 100 views on a video. All right, when you learn how to actually position yourself and talk to the right audience, you know what I'm saying? That's what allows you to bring people in. And again, it's not a bad thing. I don't want you to say that, right? I don't want you to think that way, because you are helping people, okay? You're helping people learn high income skills. Hey, Q, how are you? You know what I mean? So this is DW, okay? Everything inside of here, okay, is high income skills, all right? You're going to learn how to work on your motherfucking mindset. And that's the first thing that you need to do, okay? A lot of y'all have these poverty mindsets, have these normalized mindsets of, hey, just having enough is normal. I don't deserve to make more. I shouldn't be making more. That's your first motherfucking problem. So we got to change that, okay? So again, mindset is very, very important. And you really need to go through that, all right? They talk about, just understanding what digital marketing is, y'all. Y'all do a form of marketing every day. Anytime you recommend something to your homeboy, your homegirl, your auntie, your sister, and they go and buy it and they take your word off of it based off of your experience, that was a form of marketing, okay? But you just didn't get paid for it. That's all affiliate marketing is. Hey, girl, I'm learning these high income skills. I'm learning branding, marketing, sales psychology. Hell, I even learned how to put together my own ebook. Boom, you want to learn too? That's all you're doing, okay? And then you're just finding different creative ways to create content around that. That's what makes this shit fun and not actually work, right? Now, I'm not saying, again, I ain't saying this ain't no get rich quick scheme, so don't be twisting my words. But I'm just saying, all right? So they have everything that you need in here, okay? A lot of y'all be like, well, I could just go on YouTube University or whatever like that, and I could just learn like that. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I do YouTube. Obviously, y'all know that, right? The way YouTube is designed and set up, it's designed for what to do what? When you watch one video, what's the next thing we tell you to do? Go watch another video. Go watch another video. And yes, the information is helpful, right? But you have to like keep going down that rabbit hole. Why do that when you have everything in one place for you? Everything literally designed in one place. So if you have a question about marketing, you can go into the marketing module. If you have a question about branding, you can go into the branding module. Everything that you need, you have access to, and you have lifetime access to it, okay? But the thing is, it shouldn't take you a lifetime to actually get through the motherfucking information. That's the point, okay? So I'm telling you, when y'all get started with me on live, like I said, you get my phone number, I set up your website, and I give you a 30-day content plan, okay? Because I want you to get going and start immediately, okay? A lot of students that I still sell DWA to, the ones that are serious and the ones that actually do the work, they see results within 30 days, y'all. Straight up, they see results within 30 days, okay? But you have to put the work in. You can't be a scary bitch, all right? I'm sorry. I'm trying to be honest with you, okay? Hopefully I ain't got no scary bitches in the live right now, okay? But again, they have everything that you need. They show you how to set up your website, right? So you can collect your money. But again, if you get started with me on the live, I'm gonna set it up for you, okay? Also, they have this digital product crash course in here, okay? Yes, I know a lot of people love to run to this module here because they do go over everything, but they show you everything that you need to start scaling your business to 6 figures, okay? And 7 figures as well too, okay? Just the basics. Live in this module here, okay? For real. Like when you get DWA, live in this module. Okay, they talk about the importance of pre-launching, y'all. Pre-launching is so important. I myself, and I know a lot of y'all have done this too. Girl, I know how to create my own digital product. I know how to do this. I've lived life experiences. I did it. I overcame this, and I put it in the ebook or whatever like that. But is that ebook motherfucking selling? You know why? A lot of the times it's because you don't know how to pre-launch. You don't know how to even post-launch. There are things that you do. You can't just pop up on a scene, be trying to sell stuff, y'all. There is you know what I mean, like an actual positioning behind it, okay? And it's important to do that. It's important to leave breadcrumbs. It's important to tease your offer. Y'all know Cardi B coming out with her little hair care line and stuff like that right now, right? Okay. And what she do first, she teased us about it, getting the people hyped up, sparking curiosity. Those are the things that you have to do if you want your product to be successful and for you to actually have a successful launch. They talk about that in there. They have this creator playbook. This is my girl. This is my girl for the girls who get it. They know my girl Amber. One of the coldest content creators I fucking know. Okay, I gotta open up her module, okay, because it's really, really good, okay. But she talks about how to, y'all, when you start something like this, I don't care that you reselling shit. That don't matter, right? You treat this like a $1 billion business from day one. All right. And it's important setting up your, you know what I mean, coming up with your content ideas, right? Editing, batching, right? Planning so you can get ahead. Cause I'm not going to lie to you. Once you start, right? And a lot of y'all, this is what a lot of people get hung up on is coming up with different content ideas. What are they going to talk about? Less is more, y'all. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You be honest, tell your truth, talk about your real life and share. Why did you invest in yourself? A lot of people always be like, well, what am I going to talk about if I don't have no sales? I don't have no screenshots. I don't have no money. See, that's the thing, y'all. That honestly, nobody really even cares about screenshot. How is this helping you? How is this transforming you? What has changed in your life? Talk about that. Be honest, okay? It's not about, again, getting on here and faking the funk. But again, this module right here is really, really good because she shows you how to, story tell and different hooks to use. And she's cold when it comes to content, period. Like I said, Amber, that's my girl, okay? That's my girl, okay? If you know, you know. But yeah, y'all, they have everything that you need in here. Different store options if you want to use that. They also talk about email marketing, just the importance of that and you having an email list and owning that shit, okay? Because if something happens, if your page got shut down, you get hacked or something like that, by collecting people's emails and staying up with your audience. If you have a YouTube channel, letting them know your latest video that dropped, because sometimes YouTube be hating on us with the notifications, okay? Things like that. Like I mentioned, they have branding. They even give you this content vault. They go over attraction marketing, creating content that's going to attract the right audience. See, again, like I said, on average, the average motherfucker gets about 100 views, but are they the right people? I want the people that want this information. I want the people that want to change their life to be in my, you know what I'm saying, to be in my views. And when you learn how to position yourself and learn about keywords, learn about SEO, right? Then that is how you attract that audience. So they go over things like that. And there you'll learn how to sell in your stories. Selling in your stories, baby, is probably in the weirdest way, y'all, one of the easiest and most fun ways to make money. You know why? Because you get to be your motherfucking self. You ain't got to be all aesthetically pleasing then. That's why I love selling in my stories, okay? Having a Q&A, things like that. Y'all, being yourself. Get paid to be yourself. That's what I'm trying to help y'all realize, all right? Also, learn how to sell in your DMs when people are sparking conversations with you, all right? When you start learning how to create content, and you know how you see people say comment a keyword, right? Comment the word DWA, right? And I'll send you the details. All right, now I got you in the DM. Let me have a conversation with you because I don't want to just sell you something. I want to make sure that this is something that you want to do. I want to make sure that you understand, hey, that this is getting ready to change your life, okay? But let me be sure, are you willing to put in the work? Because if not, let me not waste your time and I don't want you to waste mine. All right. But again, they talk about that and the importance of that in different ideas, different ways, different strategies on how to actually sell in your DMs. Like I mentioned, if you do not want to show your face, you do not have to, okay? So they have faceless marketing in there. And it's just a guide on how to run a faceless business. How do you show up? What do you do when you get on live? Things like that, okay? So you have no excuse of why you can't get started. Because if you don't want to show your face, if you want to be hybrid, right? And start off faceless and then eventually maybe introduce yourself to the scene, you can do that as well too, okay? And then lastly, they do have some, they also have these done for you reels for the guys. Cause I still have so many guys that hit me up still to this day. Yes, they have a whole module on men's digital marketing, but all of the information inside of here is for everybody. Okay. It's not just for girls or anything like that, or moms or anything like that. DWA is for everybody, y'all. Let me be clear. Cause I get so many DMs still to this day. They be like, you don't tell the, I do. I just, once I was able to change my life, y'all, and it started making so much money, I was like, I got to put the mamas on because mamas need a little bit more hand holding guidance. And that's why I created NPM. But it's very similar to DWA minus I am not a big believer in talking about multiple streams of income, because if you have one stream of income, right, and you can scale it and keep scaling it and keep scaling it, I mean, baby, I want to work smarter, not harder. But again, you need those foundational skills. So I'm gonna show y'all NPM in a second here too. Okay, so if you're interested in that, okay, they have this all things Instagram module, really good information. If again, a lot of y'all just want to grow on Instagram, right? So DWA is worth that. And like I mentioned, everything inside of here, y'all, and this is one thing that I always tell my students too, to think outside the box when, you know, when it comes to you creating content around it. If y'all on YouTube, especially, YouTube is a search engine, y'all, a search engine, meaning it's high demand. People are always coming on here and looking for answers to their questions, right? All of these modules that you see in there, this is why I encourage you to stay in these motherfucking modules, to live by them, right? To listen to the information over and over and over. But the really cool thing about it is you could turn around and remix this shit. You can turn around and remix this, create a YouTube video, right? And then plug DWA at the end. And that's how you get sales, y'all. That's how I bring in a lot of my sales. I have videos that I've posted a year and a half ago that still bring me sales for DWA. That is the power of digital marketing, okay? It's not about running ads. I mean, if you want to do that and you want that to be your strategy, you have that. And they have a module inside here about that. But you don't have to do that. The really cool thing about this is you one-time investment and you're allowed to make money over and over and over and over. They have CapCut editing here. So if you're someone like, hey, I don't really know how to edit or anything like that, boom, you ain't got no excuse because they got editing right here. They show you how to create viral reels and learning how to use a formula, right? Again, y'all, it's not about constantly coming up with new ideas. It's about using what already works. Okay, as a small creator, right, you can look up to some of the bigger creators, and sometimes people see them doing all these different content ideas. Your job as a smaller creator, y'all, a lot of people ain't gonna tell you this, is you do what works. You niche down, okay? I know a lot of people don't like to hear that word, but you niche down, okay, and get known for one thing first. Rihanna got known for singing first. Then she started branching off and doing that other shit. See, a lot of y'all want to jump out and do 18 different ideas, 26 different ideas, and be wondering why it don't hit. Well, you got to look at it this way. The average person sees 1 out of 10 of your posts. All right, so if one day you talking about digital marketing, the next day you talking about Amazon reviews, the next day you talking about UGC, girl, sir, what are you doing? I mean, what are you known for? Because I don't know. Okay. And that's why that's so important to really double down on that. Okay. And a lot of people ain't going to tell you that, yeah, you can just do whatever. Just post whatever as long as you're consistent. Bitch, being consistent in what? Consistent in your messaging, y'all. That's what makes a difference. They go over everything's reels because, y'all, content creation, content is king. Point blank period, right? They have this digital product guide in here teaching you how, if you want to create your own digital product, you can do that as well. Like I mentioned, they have ads. If you want to learn how to create your AI twin and stuff like that, they talk about that in there. They have, y'all, just everything that you need to set you up. And again, this is a business in a box ready to go. People actually want to learn these skills. They want to learn high income skills. And that's what positions you to be able to sell this over and over and over. And again, like I said, every time you resell DWA, you walk away with $422 profit. Okay. It's a one-time investment of $497. You can literally get started on a payment plan and start selling it while you're on a payment plan. Okay. But on top of it, you can start learning at the same time, learning while you're earning. Okay. And that's the beauty of this. And this is why I love this program so much. It completely changed my life. And I'm just so grateful for it because it just opened up my eyes and so many opportunities for me to change my situation and invest in other businesses as well. Okay. So if I can do it, baby, you can do it as well. If you are someone who struggles with procrastination or whatever like that, get over that shit and pretend to be somebody just for 30 days. Okay. Pretend to be somebody else for 30 days. And I'm telling you, you can change your situation, but it starts with you. It starts with you changing your mindset. And you know what? This shit can't happen for me. All right. This can't make sense. Okay. I can't change my situation. They also talk about drop shipping, y'all. And they have so many other, like, you know what I'm saying, opportunities to earn online. But again, I ain't gonna show you all that shit because I really want you to actually take the time to learn the information. Okay, master those skills because that's what's gonna change your life. I want to show y'all just quickly some testimonies, and then I'm gonna show y'all NPM because, like I said, if it was not for DWA, baby, NPM would have never been born, girl. Okay, but this person right here, Clarabelle, she said she got 2 sales in 48 hours. I'm so excited to be able to help others learn about working and earning with digital products. It has been a game changer for me since I did it. Switch from physical products to digital has freed me so much. This person right here, 5 months later, I woke up to my first sale. So y'all, again, I want y'all to see these real results. This is something, what you put in is what you get out, all right? 5 months later, I woke up to my first sale. I'm still shaking. Y'all see the people changing their life, men, women, young, old, it does not matter, okay? This person over here, over $17,000 since starting my digital marketing journey with DWA. And then she shows like her screenshot. You know, they talk about, you know, creating a vision board and things like that and just really getting your mind right, okay? I can never guarantee you how much money you're going to make, when you're going to make money. But what I can guarantee you is structure in a system, y'all. Something for you to follow. But you have to show up. You got to put in the work. And you got to want to change your situation. I'm telling you, the reward will blow your mind. It literally will blow your mind. It's another person, $3,600 in 3 days. I bought a house for my parents. You know what I mean? So again, so many people from all over the world. DWA does come in multiple languages. So if you speak Portuguese, Dutch, Spanish, it does not matter. Okay. You can learn that information as well too. I actually have had a few students, I think like 6 or 7 now, that have bought it in different languages. So if that's something that you're interested in, just let me know and I can, it is a separate link because I want to make sure that you get the one in your actual language. But they do have some modules inside of the English one as well too. Okay. This person here said they made their first 25K from a $17, what you say, from $17 as first sale. The girl who never created an account launched faceless with DWA, had $17 as her first month sale, and now we made $25,960 in just 31 days, y'all. This program is changing so many people's lives, y'all. And the fact, like I said, that you can get it on a payment plan is crazy. A lot of us start on a payment plan because it's like, why not, right? Why not? But as you're doing it and as you're working, I'm telling you, you start learning these skills. And like I said, it forces you to not only think, oh, I can resell this program forever. I can do so much more. I can create my own community. I can create my own digital products, right? I can do something else and take these skills that I've learned. I could train my own chat GPT and sell that. That is the point of it, okay? So stop thinking that it's just all about reselling, okay? I want to quickly show y'all NPM because I know I get a lot of questions about this. So this is my community that I took, like I said, after I really, you know, was like, man, if I can make this type of money, you know, selling someone else's product, why don't I create my own? And DWA encourages that. You know, that's one thing that I love about Rachel and that I love about our community, you know, because like I said, y'all, after I had made really my first 6 figures, I would say, because I didn't launch NPM until right after I had hit my second 6 figures. And that was literally like, girl, 5 months later after, because it took me 9 months to make my first 6 figures, y'all. And I'm talking about from reselling DWA. I had made a little bit more than that, but just from reselling the program, okay? I obviously was making money from coaching and mentoring and stuff like that, but I'm talking about just 6 figures from reselling a course that I did not create. Once I did that, I said, I need to create my own shit. I need to put the mamas on to let them know, like, sis, Like, if I can do this, you can do this as well, okay? But let me break down the training that's going to be a little bit easier and, more understanding for moms to actually get, because moms, like I said, we struggle with ADHD, we struggle with staying focused, right? The kids be needing shit. We always putting everybody first, right? We're never putting ourselves first. So what can I put together where she can still learn this information, right? But listen to it on the go. Pop an AirPod in. So all of my training inside of here is podcast style learning, but it's actually really fun. The moms love the fact that, girl, I be cussing your ass out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I also, talk about the importance of, implementing God, you know what I mean? And giving you real structure and a real system. I also even trained my own chat GPT. It's called Mama Bot, where she literally guides you through this program. Okay. So there's never a time where you'll ever feel stuck, confused, or not know what your next step is, because you can always go in there and ask her. She literally has all my knowledge plus more. Okay. I've literally trained her for over 6 months, almost 12,000 hours of training. Still to this day, I add more to her as things change. You know what I mean? But again, I wanted to create something that literally gave moms no excuse and able to get started with this, because I'm telling you, when you learn high income skills, sis, you can launch that business that you always wanted to launch one day. You can start your own, you know what I mean, a community or whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, right? But again, if you don't want to build anything, if you don't want to create anything of your own, you can resell MPM. MPM is $397. It's a one-time investment of $397. You can also get it on a payment plan, literally for as low as like zero down. Okay, you can use a firm, Klarna, Afterpay. Okay, and get started. The community is very, very supportive. Every Wednesday, y'all, we have a live Q&A. I hop on and I literally coach you on the spot. I answer any questions that you have. I'll audit your Instagram. I do it all, okay? You know what I'm saying? But on top of it, it's a safe community, a community of moms. I wanted something that felt, really like just sincere and not just a whole bunch of random people. But I ain't saying this is for every mom, okay? I'm saying this is for the moms that really want to change their situation, not just financially, but spiritually, mentally as well too, okay? And when you're in a like-minded community of moms trying to do the same thing, all the moms say the same thing, like, they support one another. They go and like and share, the other mom's information. They go and support, and that's one thing that I love. But, and as much as I pour inside of my community pours back inside of me. And that feels so good as a coach, as a mentor, whatever you want to call me, okay? I always just say I'm just a regular girl, a regular mama, okay? A wife and a mom. That's what you always hear me say, you know what I mean? But I decided to do something different, and I got different results. So again, for a lot of y'all that have been praying and asking God for an opportunity, take the opportunity, okay? Stop making excuses and stop being scary. Stop trying to take the easy way out and sign up for DoorDash or Klarna, Afterpay, and all that when you don't have to do that. Let me just show y'all just a kind of quick little glance inside of the program. So inside, like I mentioned, everything, I organize everything. So again, because I want you to get a head start, mama, I want you to get going. So the first thing I want to mention is when you get inside, when you go inside of this module here, you get a 30-day game plan, okay? So even if you don't invest, because I do have two different price points. I have the one, just the regular price of MPM, which is $397. But then even if I'm not on live, like I told y'all with DWA, only when I'm on live, I do the, where I'll set up your store and everything, and that's just included in the regular price. But with MPM, and I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna take y'all to my checkout page so y'all kind of know what I mean. If you want me to set up your website, if you want to work with me 30 days, just straight up, even though I'm very active in the community, obviously, because it's my community, right? I hop on the calls and stuff like that. We have a call on Wednesday, and then I do a call on Saturday called Sell It Mama Saturday, where I just teach on a specific skill. So that way you can, reach your first sale, start whatever it is, that's something that you're struggling with. Every week I do a different skill, okay? And I'll show y'all kind of like a little glimpse of that as well too. But inside, you get a 30-day game plan regardless, okay? So you know what modules to start with. That way you're not overwhelmed or trying to figure out like, oh my God, I got to go through all this. This makes it a lot easier to navigate the program and know what next step you need to take, okay? Again, I am not someone that's going to tell you, yes, if you want to just set up your website and do all that and be trying to launch the same day, you can do that. But I want you to have longevity, sis, okay? So inside, I tell you the importance of just going through the core modules, right? And learning that information. You need to go through them multiple times, okay? Because repetition is how you actually retain the information, okay? Going through something once and be like, oh, I got through it, okay, da-da-da. That's where a lot of y'all be fucking up at, okay? And that's why a lot of y'all don't get sales and a lot of y'all don't see success, because you think it's just all about just going through some shit and just saying whatever, right? But no, when you live and breathe by this information, that is the point that actually changes your life. That is how you get to that next level. That is how you get your first sale, earn your first 1K, 10K, 50K, whatever, right? It starts with repetition. You have to learn this information so you're able to speak on it and be able to share it, okay? But inside, you get a 30-day game plan. You know what to do. And I show you how to use Mama Bot, okay? I'm going to quickly just show y'all how she works, okay? Because she's the truth, all right? This GPT is really killing Chat GPT, okay? Because like I said, I spent so much time training her, and she literally will tell you what to do, tell you what to post, tell you how to show up online, okay? You can literally come in here and just say, hey girl, it's my first day inside of NPM. I am a boy mom and I don't know what to do. Where should I even start? Girl, you could literally say whatever you want to say to her. I designed it that way because I'm a little, I like a little, I'm a little ghetto sometimes, y'all, okay? But she literally will give you a game plan, tell you what to do, tell you what to say, tell you what to post. If you want to create AI images of yourself, you can upload one photo of yourself. Hey, girl, help me turn this into a cute little photo that I can upload on my Instagram stories, or I can create a carousel from. She does everything, okay? If you know how to talk, if you know how to copy and paste, this is what literally changes the game about NPM, okay? Because she gives you everything that you need. She can help you create an ebook, a guide, whatever it is, okay? If you want to drop your ebook in there and be like, hey, can you audit this for me and make sure that it's actually full of value? Make sure it's going to be transformative for my audience so they will actually buy. She can audit it for you. So she does every single thing. And this is really the game changer about NPM. She's also trained on the module. So if you come in here and say, hey, girl, I am really struggling with making sales. I am struggling with, really feeling like I need to connect more with my audience. She's going to recommend what module you need to go through. So that way you literally have a 24/7 support and you're guided throughout this whole journey. Okay. That's what changes the game. Okay. Mama Bot, she the truth, but she'll also get you together. She'll tell you some shit is some trash in a minute. All right. So it's not no yes, man. It's not like regular Chat GPT where it's like, oh, that's a great idea. If it's something that's not valuable, not highly sought after, not something that's going to be transformative, she going to get you together and be like, bitch, that's trash. Okay. You need to do something else. Let's come up with a different idea. That's a hobby. Okay, that's not no actual asset, okay? Because that's the difference, y'all. NPM is a licensed digital asset, okay? Because products, anybody can create a product, okay? But this asset is full with so much information that actually guides you and helps you be able to earn your first sale, be able to help you create your first opportunity for yourself, whether that be a community, an ebook, or guide. But if you decide that you don't want to do any of that, you don't want to build anything of your own, then girl, just resell NPM. Every time you resell it, you keep 100% profit. I don't take anything off the top. I just created the program for you, all right? Let me go back into the classroom just to show y'all just a little bit more modules. As y'all can see, everything is mama. So we have the mama's new bestie inside of here. You'll learn more about ChatGPT and how to use ChatGPT, okay? A lot of y'all are using ChatGPT completely wrong, and that's what's holding you back, okay? Y'all want to get on there and make cartoons and shit when you need to be using it to actually get you paid and creating an asset for yourself so you can get paid when you sleep, when you're on your feet, and when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing in the sheets, okay? And then next, I have the mindset module here. I talk about just dealing with mom guilt while you're trying to run a business. Everything is mom branded, okay? Because the way we think, the way we perceive life just in general, girl, okay? It's a little different, all right? And that's why I wanted to create this space for that. This is not for everybody. This is for the moms that want to transform their lives, okay? So again, if you're not a mama that's interested in transforming, if you're not a mama that's ready to make more income, if you're not a mama that's ready to actually live her best life, you know what I'm saying, while getting paid, again, NPM it is not for you, okay? And I don't want you to feel a certain type of way. I'm just letting you know. I go over digital marketing basics as moms. One thing that we always doing, baby, as a girl, you always recommending something. You always putting your homegirl on something because that's what we do as mamas. If you found out that Old Navy was having a sale, you go tell your homegirl, girl, Old Navy having a sale, you better go get them babies some clothes. Okay, and what's sis go do? She go to Old Navy, go buy the shit. Sis, you do a form of digital marketing every single day. You just haven't monetized the shit. And that's all this is monetizing the things that you already do. Understanding and laying the groundwork of your business is key. Why are you doing this? It's got to be more than just money, okay? Because the moment you don't make no money, that ass is going to give up in 2.3 seconds, okay? But when you actually have a strong foundation, that changes everything. And that's what's going to allow you to show up. Because again, it's not about getting hundreds and thousands of views, y'all. It's not about even having a whole bunch of followers. I do not have that large of a following myself, okay? And even when I got started, I didn't. It's about positioning yourself and getting in front of the right people. If you get 50 people to watch your video and it's the right 50 people and 10 of them buy, that could be life-changing for you. So stop thinking that you have to get hundreds and thousands of views and you have to have all these followers, because that is not true. I know a lot of my creator friends that have 500,000 followers, 500,000 subscribers, y'all. They're not making no money. Okay. Again, so the influencer and all that shit is cute. And I remember that was something that I thought that I wanted to be, but the power of digital marketing is being able to create your own, have something of your own, and control what you earn, control what you make. And your earning potential isn't capped, because it's what you put in is what you get out. I also have this positioning module in here. Okay. Again, the importance of a lot of communities don't talk about positioning, and that is that missing piece. And that's what I knew that I had to add inside of NPM. Okay. But it's important for you to get clear. What is the value? What do you want to be known for? Right. Again, and actually position yourself online so you can attract the right people. If you are posting a whole bunch of random different type of content online, that's why people ain't fucking with you, because they like, girl, you're not clear. What do you stand for? Who are you? I know I'm the go-to person to help moms, change their situation. I don't teach moms how to make money online. I teach them how to become the women who never have to worry about money again, because they create opportunities for themselves because they've taken the time to learn high income skills. That's who I am. That's what I'm known for. Okay. So what are you going to be known for? Are you the single mom that knows how to put mamas on? Are you the mom that knows how to show moms how to come up with a homeschooling curriculum? What is that? Okay. Because that's what you're going to learn in positioning. I go over branding, marketing, sales psychology. These are the core modules that you have to learn, y'all. And it's not about going through the shit in one day. It's not. I promise you it's not, okay? Like I mentioned, if you don't want to show your face, I have a faceless module in here, okay? And I show you different creative ways of how to create content, right? Where you can still build trust with your audience, even if you're not ready to show your face. But I encourage you all to show your face, girl, because I know you're gorgeous, all right? I show you how to set up your online store. So again, even if you decide not to get the the VIP experience with me, you can still learn all of that inside of here. I show you how to set up beacons or a stand store. Those are great 2 beginner options to get started with. If you want to branch off and start another store, you can do that later on. But start with that. Start with the lowest amount of money that you have to spend up front. Okay. With NPM, it's just a one-time investment of $397. Girl, you can start with beacons for free. All right. And when you start generating income, then upgrade, then get a different site if that's something that you want to. But they work perfectly fine. I use both of them. Okay. I even talk about how to actually launch NPM specifically. Okay. But this is also something that you can use for your other products. I have a lot of moms in here that, we're selling DWA, we're selling UBC, we're selling SWC, right? And they weren't making sales because they didn't have clear instruction, or the instruction for them wasn't easy for them to follow. A lot of them have used the Launch It Mama module, and I give you like a daily strategy, what you should be doing on a day-to-day basis, okay? Because again, we rinse and repeat, and this is how you continue to get sales, okay? Also, I go, if y'all didn't know, this used to be my little catchphrase. Everything is motherfucking content, okay? Again, this module here, it shows you how to turn your everyday life, okay? What we're doing is just romanticizing our life, y'all, okay? If you do laundry, if you wash dishes, if you vacuum, if you clean up, sis, that is content that you can use. And a lot of the times, if you're a mom just like me, you're probably talking to another mom. That is your target audience. So guess what? When she see you picking up that Bluey off the floor, or see you picking up them Legos off the floor, she's going to see that and relate to that. Okay. And now you got her attention. All right. Now that I got your attention, let me educate you. Let me put you on. Let me tell you what you could be doing and how you could be changing your life. That's what you learn inside of here. Okay. But I also show you different and creative ways of how to create content and get out of your motherfucking head, how to choreograph your content to music. All right. And be intentional with that, because that's what brings in your sales. All right. Content is the number one way to get visibility on your business and your brand. And you learn that inside of here. I also go over CapCut, different secrets and tricks. And I really show you a lot in here. I didn't even realize this, because I was like, hold on, let me go back into DWA. I show you really different ways, because I know a lot of people be getting overwhelmed when they think of a CapCut. Y'all, it's really not that bad, okay? Take the time to learn some CapCut, you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't personally do any kind of like crazy edits and stuff like that, but I could. I show you how to stitch videos together, how to overlay, background removers. Some of y'all don't even know how to remove the CapCut in it. Y'all be posting them videos with the CapCut in at the end. It be looking real ghetto. Okay, stop doing that. It's real easy, real little setting. But I give you basic understanding of CapCut. You know what I mean? So you're able to use that and create those videos around that. All right. And then, like I mentioned, just like when it comes to DWA, y'all, all of these modules, I encourage you all to take them, remix them, make a YouTube video about it, create content around it, right? And plug. That's an easy way to funnel people into you getting a sale. All right. Because if you want to learn more, if you want to take it to the next step, hey, boom, you can learn more inside of NPM. That's all I do, y'all. I rinse and repeat. I promise you that's all this is, okay? I even talk about how to become more productive as a mom and having a God-led routine. You know what I mean? I show you how to have a 3-day work week. When it comes to content creation, a lot of y'all get burnt out so fast because y'all trying to film content, edit the content, and post it all in the same day. But if you utilize the system, and even in everything is Content Mama, I talk about that, batching your content, y'all. Having that one day, girl, where you get cute, where you get real cute, right? Your makeup done, your face beat, your hair done, you got on a cute little outfit, baby. hey, we're going to do a few outfit changes, okay? And we're going to get as much content as we possibly can and do that so I can be more productive. Then I have my editing day where I just edit. Then I have my day where I start scheduling my content, okay? This is why I'm always saying you have to treat this like a billion-dollar brand from day one, okay? Because if you treat it like that and you show up, even if you haven't made any money yet, even if you haven't got any leads yet, right? Moving with that type of intention is what is going to position you to start getting those sales, start getting that type of attention online so you can continue. But you got to be productive about it, all right? You got to be intentional with your time. I go over YouTube, Instagram, Canva, y'all. Everything that you need, again, organized in one place. So you literally take what you need to leave what you don't. I go over email marketing and showing you how to send out an email sequence, how to send out a broadcast and things like that, and utilize it just your email list. Because again, people really sleep on that, but it can be life changing. Every time y'all get them Fashion Nova emails, 40% off, buy one, get one free jeans, that ass go running, okay? You need to utilize that in your business and keep eyes on your business because that is what brings in sales. And everybody wants sales, right? Let's just be honest, right? I talk about automation, setting up your auto DMs. As a mom, I love having my auto DM set up. Don't get me wrong. I love interacting with y'all, being in the DMs with y'all, having conversations with y'all. But I also love being out, being at the grocery store, and my business is working for me and I'm not having to do too much, okay? My business is immediately getting back to somebody who's inquiring about NPM, who's inquiring about DWA. And inside of the automation module, I show you how to set that up, whether it's with beacons, mini chat, or stand store, okay? Utilizing them auto DMs so it don't take you forever. You might be asleep. You know, a lot of mamas, they be up late at night, girl, and they be, I go to bed about 9 o'clock, y'all, okay? I get up real early. So sometimes I be missing your messages, okay? But my business is set up because I utilize automation, right, to answer and get the link or whatever it is that my customer is requesting to them immediately. And you need to be utilizing that in your business because it can save you so much time, so much energy, and you won't miss out on opportunities. Because when people be interested, girl, you got to catch them while you can, or they'll move on real fast. And that's what you don't want, okay? If I'm just being honest with you. I go over live streaming, y'all. Live streaming is a huge, literally 90% of my business of where I have gotten sales. That's why sometimes I disappear on social media. You know why? Because I know I can hop on live and make anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 really quick. And I'm just being honest, okay? The power of going live. People are available. Now, y'all ain't here being scary right now, but I like to do this because it gives you the opportunity to connect with your audience, for them to be able to ask questions. You know what I mean? I'm here. So if y'all got any questions, put them down here. I'll answer them, okay? I really will answer them. But I love going live streaming, but setting up your live stream the right way and doing it the right way, okay? And showing just enough, right? It's important to learn those type of skills so you can, again, bring in sales, bring in that conversion, okay? I go over how to create your own, whether it's your ebook, your guide, different templates, okay? If you want to get started with selling your own $27 digital product, you can do that. You know what I mean? You definitely can do that. But I'm just saying, baby, shoot for the motherfucking stars, okay? All right, look, one thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to always tell you. I also have some PLRs in here, okay? So different products, done for you digital products that you can sell and customize. Girl, you can create your own little vault. The point is, you ain't create none of this shit. All you got to do is just go in and rebrand it and make it your own, y'all. That is the power of digital product. And again, there's a lot of them in here. I have some faceless reels. I have credit, wealth, social media, UGC, faceless digital products. I have the digital marketing starter kit, my look, my mama, you should be rich. All of that's included for you to customize and make them your own, okay? So again, if you don't want to have to create anything or build anything, you don't, sis. You can literally just use what's inside of here. I have a mentoring module, okay? A lot of y'all think that once y'all start selling digital products, y'all have to mentor other people, and you don't. You don't. And there's different forms of mentoring, y'all, okay? There is in-depth mentorship. There's group mentorships. There's literally just, hey, if you need support, you can just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll get back with you. Stop thinking that you have to be fully committed and that you're responsible for someone else's success, because that is not what mentoring is. I talk about all of that in there plus more. I even go over how to protect your business, okay? We don't get on this internet lying, okay? The FTC will get that ass, all right? And then I talk about, just screenshots and all of that and the importance of that. I also have print on demand in here. So if you do want to learn how to create a print on demand business, you can do that. Also AI, if you want to learn how to create your own AI twin, that is in here. And y'all, I don't want to show y'all too much because I don't want to get too low, because I don't want my community to see what else is in there, okay? And I'm just going to show y'all just or read some of the testimonies really quick. But if y'all got any questions, don't be scary. Don't be scary. But this testimony right here, this is D. She just wrote this the other day. She said, finding my way. Since starting the 30-day challenge, I've been getting leads almost every day. And some days I've gotten multiple. And no, I haven't made my first sale yet, but I can feel how close I am. And even if I don't make a sale within 30 days, I know soon after it's coming. I said that to say for the first time, I'm not confused anymore. P.S. I've been in that Selling Mama module heavy, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That Selling Mama module, everybody loves that module, okay? Because when I say sales psychology down to the T, and like I said, I have students in here that don't focus on reselling NPM. They use this program to sell their other programs, okay? Whether it's DWA, UBC, or again, creating your own. The point is to learn these skills, y'all. And the way that I'm teaching y'all, the way that I'm helping y'all is truly like no other community. And I'm not just saying that because it's my shit. It really is. I've gotten the validation from people that I look up to and that I admire. And then D, she's really killing it. Like, she's got on Threads and has really taken off. And literally just by following the strategy, by using MamaBot, because again, MamaBot tells you what to do, tells you what to say, and tells you what to post. Cheyenne recently just hit 100 followers on her page, and she just came back from having a baby, and literally this was a brand new page. Also, Sabrina, she said, Big Mama, Big Mama Bot, not the little one. I freaking love Mama Bot. I had 3 different ideas for my YouTube channel. I put a custom ChatGPT prompt that I made, posted inside Mama Bot, and she came up with a direction and 5 videos and scripts. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Mama Bot is not regular ChatGPT, okay? She literally knows how to help you in your business, okay? And gives you a keyword friendly, SEO friendly. She is a world marketing expert, okay? She's the truth. All right. Ebony, she said, I truly appreciate how these modules are put together. I am learning more things about AI in the new module as well. The new Mama Bot is awesome. And once again, Sierra added more value. Miranda, she said, becoming more productive. Oops. I got 2 Mirandas in here too. Okay. She said, lately I have been in my head about things that didn't matter. The productive module gave me the pick me up I needed to get back on track, from teaching us how to give ourselves grace to the Bible scriptures. It all has helped to strengthen my spirit and get me back on track. I'm happy to say I have officially launched. It's not perfect, but it is progress, and that is what NPMs teach you. Y'all, when I want to say Miranda, this girl, like, she was terrified to like post online, terrified to like really even show her face. And when I say y'all gotta, if I ain't got the link right now because I ain't on my other phone. I've shared her like on my page and stuff like that before. When I say like the girl's quality and like, I mean, she's really killing. I'm so proud of her. Like, I remember she was just terrified to be like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to post. I'm scared. And like, girlfriend doing her big one. Okay. This is Shawan. She said, OMG, you were built for this. Had me in tears. I felt seen, heard, and powerful. That is inside of the Mindset Mama module. Again, y'all, people take away, so many moms take away just so much. Again, not everything is always about reselling, but just, you getting your confidence, you know what I'm saying? You believing in yourself, you actually saying to yourself, you know what, I can actually launch my own business and be successful. That is what the point of NPM is. Like I said, I don't teach women how to make money online. I teach you how to become the woman that never has to worry about money again, because you're creating opportunities for yourself. This is Miranda. Miranda has made $1 million, y'all, in digital marketing, okay? And just to, like, again, I look up to this woman. I appreciate her, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, she's one of the GOATs inside of the digital marketing game, okay? And even her, she said NPM is all about simplicity. First of all, I want to say that I have a lot of courses, and Miranda do, y'all. She got every goddamn course there is. And this is the simplest and most broken down course that I have in my collection. It's not overcomplicated. It's straight to the point, and I love that. There's no confusion here, and I'm happy to be a part of the Mompreneur Method. And then, y'all, I got some more testimonies down there. But again, I have some testimonies on my site. But if you are interested in either one of these programs that I covered today, and if you have any questions, feel free to, shoot me a DM, y'all. Again, this program and DWA are changing lives, okay, y'all? And I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to miss that opportunity. So again, before you think about signing up for DoorDash and spending that $50 to $40 on some gas just to make $40, why don't you take that same 40 or 50, invest in yourself, and get started on a payment plan? I'm gonna show y'all how to do that really quickly. First, I'm gonna show you how to get NPM, because that's probably the one that I get the most questions about. But if you click the link down in the description right now, okay, it's going to take you to my website, all right? This is NPM. If you want to read a little bit more about what's inside of NPM, you can do that here. But if you scroll all the way down, just like this, okay, this is just my landing page and all the modules and everything like that. There's some FAQs on there if you want to read those as well too. But you can come down here, okay? Now, like I mentioned, when I'm on live, and only when I'm on live, I will set up your website and your storefront, everything like that for you, and I'll give you a 30-day content plan. But when I get off of line, and this is because I know a lot of people come back and watch the replay of my lives, if you do want that experience, okay, you just want to click this here, and this is going to give you the VIP setup. And okay, so that way, if I'm not on live or whatever like that, because I know a lot of people come after I get off, and you're like, hey, I want to get up, but I thought you said it was only live. Just click here, okay? You can just click here, and it's going to add it on there for you. If you don't want it, and everything you get inside of NPM, it gives you everything that you need, okay? You get the same info, okay? I'm just gonna set up the stuff for you, and I just work with you for 30 days. That's the only difference, all right? But again, when you get inside, you go inside of that Hey Mama Start Here module, you have a game plan and you know how to do everything. And I'm always available to answer any questions. Just drop your questions inside of the community, okay? Like I mentioned, you can get it on a payment plan. So as you see, if you click Afterpay, you can get started for $99, okay? When you go and actually put your information, there is a possibility that you can get it for $0 down. It just depends on you, but you just have to put your information in there, okay? I have Klarna as well. If you want to get started on Klarna, same thing. You can get started for $99 down. Once you actually go and put your information in, it may be less than that, okay? So again, no excuse for you. Go order DoorDash or Uber Eats today. Think about how you can change your life and change your situation and start learning these high income skills, okay? If you do want to, hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all one more thing. If it'll let me scroll up. If you want to get it on a firm, because a lot of people have been asking me, like, do you have a firm? Do you have a firm? I do, y'all. You just have to scroll up a little bit. And if you come here where you said you may qualify for $0 down with a firm, just click here. And it's going to take you to this site here, all right? Now, the VIP experience is already added on here, okay? So, again, you just find out the VIP experience is where you get me for 30 days. Again, inside of NPM, I just want to let you know, girl, on Wednesdays, I do a live Q&A and I coach you on the spot. But here you get my phone number. I'm going to set up your website and I work with you for 30 days. I give you a personalized action plan so you can get going and get started, okay? But again, inside of NPM, you have everything that you need. If you don't want the VIP, okay, at checkout, if you read what this says here, you can just type in no VIP and it'll drop this back down to the regular price of NPM. That's $397, all right? But I do have a firm here if you want to get started with a firm. All right, so if you just click on it, put your name, your email address. Again, if you don't want the VIP experience, just put in no VIP and hit apply. And you can come down and literally click on affirm, all right? And affirm, they have 3 to 12 months available. So again, you have payment options, y'all. Just start, okay? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but I want to just kind of quickly show y'all how to do that because everybody, their mama be like, girl, how you did? I don't see the payment plan. I'm like, girl, they down there, okay? NPM is the best. It's so helpful. Thank you, Sabrina. Y'all, and Sabrina was the one I was talking about earlier. Sabrina, I was sharing like how you got that sale for setting up somebody's YouTube channel, girl, for $397. And now that's what she's doing going forward, y'all. So again, that's the whole point of what this is about. It's not just about reselling the course. It's about literally learning these skills and setting yourself up so you never have to worry about money again. Creating opportunities for yourself so you never have to worry about money again. But you have to learn the skills, okay? You got to have structure and you got to have a system to follow. But hey, girl, hey, happy Friday, sis. And then let me quickly show y'all DWA. It's down at the bottom of my website, y'all. So again, if you click the link in the description and scroll all the way down, it's going to take you back to my website. Y'all, I'm sorry. My hand is getting tired. I'm out of breath. But scroll all the way down, and DWA is down here. I know it's pink, so some of y'all be missing that. But it says, this is the exact course that taught me everything that I know. This is the blueprint and perfect for everyone looking to earn passive income. Like I mentioned, DWA has those multiple side hustles in there. So again, same thing. If you want to get it on a payment plan, you can get it on a payment plan. Just scroll all the way down. This is just some more information about DWA. Girl, scroll all the way down. All the way down, or sir, scroll all the way down. Because lately it's been the guys. Y'all been on my head talking about, so you don't help the dads? You don't help the... Whoa. I do, okay? I'm sorry, okay? I got to put me first, Lucius, all right? But look, the payment plans are available here as well too, okay? Again, once you actually put in your info and stuff like that, it may allow you to put less down than $124, but you just have to go in there and do that yourself, okay? I don't know. And Afterpay is available as well too. But again, payment plans are available option, y'all. Stop making excuses on why you can't change your situation, because you can, okay? Learn high income skills so you can start generating income and really change your situation so you can make some money, take that money, invest in another opportunity so you can keep changing your life, okay? Stop depending on these goddamn jobs, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, a lot of these jobs are really forcing us into entrepreneurship. Okay, don't wait to be reactive. Start getting proactive now, so you can change your situation. Start earning you a little side, little something, something, right? You know what I'm saying? And that can potentially turn into your full time income. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with, you know what I mean, investing in you is the best thing that you can do. Like I told y'all, I just invested $10,000 into a mentorship in myself because, yeah, although $10,000 months are cool, baby, I want 30K. I want 100K months. All right, and if I can do that shit, you can do that too. Stop being scary. All right, stop being what Debo say. Stop being a bitch. Come on. For real. All right. But all right, y'all, if y'all have any questions, feel free to you can leave them in the replay of this live, or just shoot me a message on Instagram. That's probably the only social media platform I'm really good at, because y'all, baby, the Facebook messages, I don't even be seeing them. So if y'all, because I know I've lately been having a lot of people talking about, girl, I sent you a message, and I've seen them now. When I tell you I'm so behind, because Facebook don't, like, if you're not friends with people on Facebook, like, it goes into the spam. Child, you know how many opportunities I didn't miss that on? These jobs, they don't give a damn about us. They don't, and y'all, and I'm telling y'all. And before this job replaces you with AI, start learning AI and use it to your advantage. Yes, I know it's scary. Yes, I know it's fucking up our water. It is. My husband, he be making fun of me all the time. But at the same time, you better get ahead while you can, okay? And don't be looking crazy and be like, oh, I wish I would have started. I wish I would have said yes. I wish I, baby, start today. Start now, okay? You can start on the payment plan. You ain't got no excuse. But all right, y'all. I am gonna do a live Q&A on my Instagram. So if you have any questions, you can ask me questions over there. I'm always here to help. Even if it's not necessarily investing with me, invest in yourself, okay? I'm just gonna help you and coach you and guide you along the way. I'm gonna give you the support that you need. And that makes a whole hell of a lot of difference too. I have a lot of my students are people that bought products from other people, you know what I mean? And people didn't help them. So it does a lot of the times matter the right coach, the right mentor. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, proximity is everything. So get inside of a community of like-minded people. That's why I created NPM, because I knew there were moms that knew that they were capable, that knew that they wanted more, but they just needed structure. They just needed a system. They just needed support. And that's exactly what is inside of NPM. But DWA is great as well too. Again, for the dads. It's a great program. They have guys in there. One of the 8-figure earners in there that teaches a lot in there. Richard, he's a guy. So, you know, you can definitely learn a lot from him. Follow his page and start studying it. And so you can create the same thing for yourself. But all right, y'all, I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. And I will see y'all on the next one. Actually, I'm posting a new video on Sunday. So y'all be sure to watch my new video on Sunday, okay? I'm showing you how to find your niche as a mom, a profitable niche as a mom, all right? But all right, y'all.